Hello and welcome to the Witching Hour. The game I play today isn't very interesting. Just a warning. And I kinda was a little frustrated. But you see how it is. This is a really busy week for me, and I don't have a lot of time to plan these things out in advance or work on them, so I'm just going to go with this because it's already recorded and it's really short. Fortunately for you, this story is a good one. It's one of the ones I've been holding on to since the beginning of the time. I don't know if the story's that well. I don't read these in advance, in case you didn't know that. Most of the time, I have no clue what they're going to be about. I just kind of briefly skim them. But the name of this story is amazing. So, let's get into this. Hello. Are you afraid of the swamp? The idea of going into a place that's full of scary critters and odd smells and just a little bit of mysticism. Well, this is a story about the swamp. This is From the Swamp Rot Rises My Baby's Dreams by Tom Piccirilli. Jenny titters into the wind, holding the flat stone, glowing a fierce crimson so that every vein seems to burn. She calls out of the swamp, "Come on now!" She waves wildly over her head, the way a girl is supposed to act while playing with her friends. In her mind, she's always been a child, and nearly 40 hasn't changed that any. Maybe raising her alone in the woods made it worse. Mary Beth skipping out when Jenny was 5. She doesn't notice her daddy lying here, dying in the mud, or old Franklin's corpse draped over my legs, pinning me in the bog. His eyes stare off at insanity, thickly veined arms groping for God, most of his chest blown against the weeds. Bastard wrestled gators all his life, and he did a fine job on me. Blood pumps out my belly in an ugly arc every time I try to twist off this jagged stump. Shock keeps the pain at bay for the time being. There was nothing else to do. He was going to shoot her in the back. All this over a kind of rock Gumbo Billy told us never to bring into the swamp. Who knew to listen to a man who sees Jesus in his gumbo? Gators will be coming soon. "Daddy, ooh, I see!" Jenny shouts excitedly. And if not for bleeding to death, I might enjoy this moment, listening to her stringing words together, the joy in her voice. An incredible gurgling sound like a giant shoe pulling free from the mud fills the area until I'm roaring with my hands over my ears. Bull gators grouse and splash out the river banks, circling like frightened puppies. I kick at old Franklin, trying to lift him off, wishing I could kill him with his own gun again. With a heave that throws the gators for a loop, something rises from the water with a keening shriek, hauling its vast bulk from the width of the bog. Shock has spread a cool, soaking sheet over my mind and body, so I keep my eyes open. Losing blood's made me a little drunk, and I notice I'm grinning. Busted shanty boats, sunken skiffs, and burned-out pickups comprise most of its underbelly, and it swings about in a cypress-bordered slough to face my daughter. She claps and wheels about, leaping and giggling. God, she's so alive, her gray hair loose in the wind, nightdress whirling. Its gigantic arms topple moss-draped elderberry shrubs with unbelievable crashes like thunder. The head tilts in my direction, as if hoping to discover my meaning there. Oh, Jesus, get out of Billy's gumbo and come help me now. Swamp Rot's got a face, and it comes stalking forward. I see it's made of bones of my people. Every undiscovered body hidden in the bog is attached. Lost cemeteries gone under the rains. The murdered and drowned. Swamp Rot's massive head is composed of 1,000 human skulls, lips and cheeks, a collection of femurs, sternums, and rib cages. It bends before Jenny like a mother cooing over an infant. Rutted crosses and coffins swirl past as waves rock the bog. Fetid water sloshes against my face, and I lose sight of Jenny. When I manage a breath, I hear my feet slapping out rhymes as she races across the spines of its chin. Gumbo Billy had it pretty much right. All his weird talk about elemental powers of the earth has got to be true. Most folks took him for another mad hermit, but his ideas came from someplace older than us. The flat stone is just another rock anywhere else, but here it's got uses. How Jenny knew about the fact won't ever be answered. She stole it from under old Franklin's nose, as he was willing to kill to get it back. Seems everyone believed this stuff more than me. Old Franklin's stone bleeds a fiery light as Swamp Rot looks down at me and smiles. "Daddy, isn't she beautiful?" She sure is. Swamp Rot's taking the form of Mary Beth, giving my baby her mother back. I nod as Jenny seats herself up on a nose-like ridge. At the center of its head, she waves as Swamp Rot turns to stroll deeper into the bog. I hope that someday they swing back this way and take up some more lost bones along with them. The terrified bull gators creep closer, and that's all right now. I ain't worried none. It's just fine with me. "This guy here, he ain't never getting out of those swamps, by gumbo," Never mind the gators. We'll see you next time on the Witching Hour. Hello and welcome back to the Witching Hour. This is a game called Woods in the Cabin. It just starts out right in this, and the guy says, I got lost while hiking in the woods. I am very tired and sleepy. I can sleep in that cabin. Have you ever been hiking in the woods and been tired and sleepy? I don't know. I wouldn't do this, but it's already the name of the thing is called Woods in the Cabin. Someone must be the idiot who wrote this. It's written wrong. It should be Cabin in the Woods. Well, you know, I think the woods are inside of the cabin. This is spooky. My flashlight, oh, it does work. It is on. F is the flashlight. Okay, well, there's a nice chair in this cabin. There's a nice bed. Oh, a clean bed. There is no one. I want sleep now. Oh, apparently I have to sleep. It just automatically... Okay, no. Ha ha, this is funny. It's a joke. The woods were in the cabin the whole time. This was the whole game. Okay, well, I tried.